Okay, welcome back everyone. I am Brian, you are Chords and Notes Nation, and I am so OCD about this camera angle, but it has a lot to do with the fact that this is on an angle, as you can see. Anyways, welcome back to my channel, and it is a pleasure having you here. Today we have something new. John Moreland, I have not reacted to him before, haven't heard of him before. I have reacted to definitely the Red Clay Strays. They were on Western AF YouTube channel where this is. I think there might have been another artist or two off of that channel, but then there's similar artists, over on Truthful Sessions that I've reacted to. So the similar artists as far as like the single male playing acoustic guitar music, that kind of thing. It's kind of something that I've like fallen into this year, and I like it. I like it. It's a little more subdued. It's not as noisy, and it seems to be a little bit more genuine. Now, this song is called "The More You Say, the Less It Means." So I'm very interested. That has a very intriguing title, and we'll see if it's straightforward or if there's some sort of hook or catch in there that kind of shifts the initial impression of what the title is. If you guys are new here, welcome, welcome, welcome. Have a seat. You're in my living room. Check out the description box below, and you'll find all the information that I want you to know down there. Please like, subscribe, and share. That grows the channel, and it gets the featured artist more exposure, especially if it's an artist that you like, that you enjoy. You want to get them more exposure. So there you go. May be a small channel here on YouTube, but I do have a worldwide audience. So people all around the world will see what we're doing here. Okay, here we go.
The more you say, the less it means. Living in the in-between, in between the gold and blue, in between the world and you, in between's where you were born, with all your little heartstrings torn. There's nothing wrong with in between. The more you say, the less it means. Some folks stay and some folks go. Some folks say and some folks know. The distance between then and now is gonna catch you anyhow. Well, hold me near, I've traveled far, collapsing like a lonely star. Now there's nothing left but smithereens. The more you say, the less it means. In between the gold and blue, in between the world and you, the world that made a great big hole in the middle of your mortal soul. And now you're throwing punches at the moon, crying 'cause it ends too soon. Oh, Lord, another tragic scene. The more you say, the less it means. The more you say, the less it means.
There you go. There you go. To me, it looked like it was just a straightforward 3 chords he was using, made mostly. I mean, there were a couple others, and it was difficult to tell from the camera view. I don't my oral skills aren't really there. It's for me. I have to see the chord shapes that he's playing, and it looked like it was a D major, C9, and a G major for the most part. So very cool. You know, those kind of song compositions where you're just using a few chords. You can spice that up a little bit and make it not boring with your strumming pattern, which kind of is what he was doing. And then there was the part where he kind of brought it down very soft and started playing soft towards the end there before bringing up the volume of it a little bit. So very good that way. I'm thinking about the lyrics, and it just seems to me it's like somebody who's lost between 2 points, and the more you say, the less it means. I'm not quite sure where he was going specifically with that, but to me, you know, and music being a subjective listening experience, to me it just kind of sat where, you know, if you're stuck in the in between, yeah, it's a good time to be quiet. You know what I mean? Instead of being noisy and trying to be heard, just kind of ride it through. You're going to get where you're going anyways. Sometimes we're in the in-between because of choices we've made in our lives, choices that have been made for us, sometimes inadvertently, sometimes outside forces exerting themselves upon our lives, push us into something new, but it's always a growth. There's always motion and movement in our lives, even when it doesn't seem that way. There are certain seasons. Sometimes certain seasons take longer than others. But we're always moving, and we're always in an in-between this season and that season, or this moment and that moment. And so, to me, that's kind of where I was going conceptually. I was looking for, like, the deep, thought-provoking meaning, but he was using a lot of descriptive language that, to me, didn't reflect that, and so my anticipation, my expectations had to shift suddenly. And for me, that's not always easy. That's something like, oh, wait a minute, now I gotta, you know, take a step back and think about this. And I still have to, because I may have missed his specific meaning, but again, music being subjective, it means something different to each listener. Sometimes we can agree, sometimes we disagree, but that's the way it goes. So, but this was cool. I like this, and that's what I was saying at the beginning of this video is, you know, finding these types of artists where it's just a man and his guitar, or a woman and her guitar. There's just a simple, organic honesty. There's not all of this musical complexity, all of this sound and notes and chords that are going on around you. It's just a basic, stripped-down version of bearing your soul, and sometimes that is the most important because different instruments, if you're in a full band or an extended band, you can use all of the instruments as ornamentation for the song. And sometimes the song doesn't need that. Sometimes it's just a bare bones exposure of the individual's thoughts and emotions. that is all I have for this one. Thank you so much for joining me today. God bless you. Jesus loves you. And I will talk to you in the next video.